Welcome to Privilège Catamarans America. I'm Rob Poirier. Today we're at the Privilège Boatyard here in Les Sables d'Olonne, France. And we're going to give you a tour today of a boat we haven't visited on this channel before. It's the new 750. As you can see, we're not giving you a tour of a completed vessel. However, this is just another great opportunity to see the semi-custom process at work, and of course to be impressed by the methodology used to build these boats. I just returned from the International Multi-Hull Show just this past week, and it's a great time to be reminded of what the real strength and character of a Privilège is. This is a 75-foot vessel, and yet it's going to have 4 or 5 cabins. I was aboard boats no bigger than this that had 8 cabins recently. And again, what's really nice about the way Privilège approaches building a boat like this is it's never viewed as a commercial enterprise. These are very personal boats. And the owner of this boat plans to entertain at most 8 people at a time. So we don't want the boat to be like a floating hotel. He wants the boat to be comfortable. So let's take a tour of this boat and we'll discuss some of the decisions that this semi-custom boat will enjoy. Because Infinity of Joy has such a large galley down on the starboard side, this salon will be dedicated pretty much to just living area. There will be a large dining room table here and seating over on the port side. There'll be a nav station, of course, a bar, but it'll be mainly living area. What we will have, though, right in the cockpit will be a full-size kitchen there as well. One of the nice efforts that's being put into this boat is sound management. And it's really impressive to see the level of insulation that's being created to isolate the master cabin from the rest of the salon. We're going to see the same thing when we look at the engine rooms, the level of sound insulation that's being placed in there. When you really look at how a boat is built, you can understand whether the builder has a long-term prospect on the boat. Is the boat being designed to be repowered in the future? Is it being designed for serviceability, for long-term adjustability and long-term upgrading? And that really matters on a vessel of this caliber. These raceways you see below the floorboard here give you a good insight into the thinking that goes into building a boat that's really being built again for the long term and not just the short term boat show fashion, perspective. Pay particular attention to the way the glasswork is completed, right down to the bottom of the bilges areas. You'll see everything's taped in place, everything's vacuum bagged foam coring, and this structure of the boat is really one of those things that really separates Privilège from other boats being built today. It's very possible that the galley in this boat may be the most exciting part of the whole vessel. I mean, of course, there's going to be ample counter space, lots of cabinetry, ovens, microwaves, pizza oven. My favorite thing is that I'm standing above what will be the cold room, literally a large refrigeration room that you can descend into. Also, just forward of me is going to be a dedicated coffee station. So aboard Infinity of Joy, this entire section forward of the galley, this bulkhead just in front of me, will be crew quarters. The area I'm standing in will be the largest area. There'll be a double bed inboard. There'll be a dinette section right here that can be converted into a single bed. This next area forward here will be the toilet shower area. And again, all the way up into the forepeak will be another bed. Of course, this entire crew area will be accessible through the galley, but also through a deck access as well. One of the things that the 6 Series, the 650 and the 750 both enjoy is the capacity to give your guests cabins that you would think would be master suites on most boats. Again, one of the advantages of a non-commercial, considered and designed vessel. Of course, this video is just a preview of what's to come. And here in the master suite of this Privilège 750, you're seeing the signature feature, which is these large forward cabin spaces. And again, as this area gets fully developed, it'll be a real showpiece on this vessel. This area, once again, gives you a deep insight into how a Privilège is constructed. This framework for this bed is an opportunity to create structure. So as you can see, every bulkhead is individually taped right to the hull. Again, just forward of this bed is going to be an enormous anchor locker system. And this is the forward pod and forward structure of a Privilège that allows us to build stronger standing rigging as well. So all of this plays a role in designing what's going to be a terrific sailboat, but an extremely strong vessel as well. Still in the master suite, this area will be a custom designed office for the owner. I'm standing in what will be the bathroom shower area of the vessel, but really interesting, all the way forward in this large space here will be a sauna. Still in the port hull, this midship area will be the kids' room. So you'll have dual beds here. You'll also have a large shower toilet area here that'll double as a day head for the rest of the vessel. All the way aft on the port side will be, again, another very large guest cabin with full walk-around berth, as we saw on the starboard side. Even though we're still at the very early stages of this, we can already see the level of detail that's going to go into the systems aboard the boat. Here we see, of course, all the dedicated manifolds for the plumbing system aboard the boat. And of course, the glycol lines are already starting to go into place. But I can assure you that the thing I'm going to enjoy showing everybody the most when this vessel is complete is the well-considered and well-installed mechanical, plumbing, electrical systems aboard this 750. I often like to say that if you only got to visit one part of a boat in order to make the buying decision, I would say visit the engine room. You will learn everything you need to know about a boat in an engine room, starting with whether it actually has one or not. It'll be a lot of fun to show you this boat fill out, because what you're going to see is that we can locate all those necessary mechanical systems in a logical place that really makes a difference. Again, this is really one of those things that makes a Privilège a Privilège. The next time we visit this boat, this deck component will be getting joined to the hull. The only thing I do want to point out right now, though, is that even though this is a 75-foot catamaran, this entire deck is one component. It came out of the mold as one piece. Thank you for watching. We look forward to speaking to you again very soon.